Hello, viewers around the globe. This is Dr. Rakshan Hashmi from Los Angeles. And today, friends, I will be talking about some good news from Hollywood. And let's do some because I wanted to share with my viewers about Hollywood. So let's do something about Hollywood. So this is a news in entertainment features by Jason Blow, and it says in my name, and here is the news, and it says in my name, yours, what's Alaska? The drag superstar reflects on how she turned super queen feminine into her greatest strength and how to find positivity in all those awkward mistakes in life. The first major moment of failure, like fall on your face, eats it, crawl in a hole, and die humiliated level of failure. In my name, yours, what's Alaska comes shortly into Alaska standard CK5000's memo after sharing some early transformative events in her life. The first time wearing a black plastic dress, a motif that would become her signature later on, the religious experience of seeing trading Pittsburgh for LA. So now let me search some more Hollywood news. Now it said from Hollywood Live. While suffering the brutal death of a romantic fantasies, Will Smith reveals he had to make the hard decision to free Jada Pinkett Smith from their marriage for them both to be happy. Our marriage wasn't working, we could no longer pretend. We were both miserable and clearly something had to change, writes Will Smith about his relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith in his new memoir, Will in the Intimate Tell All. Will 53 shared how he made a tough decision for the sake of Jada 50 and his happiness. I said, I retired from trying to make you happy. You are free. You need to go make yourself happy and prove to me that it's even possible. But I quit. You go do you. I am a go do me. Will write how he and his wife were suffering the brutal death of our romantic fantasies, the burning away of the idealistic illusion of the perfect marriage and the perfect family. Neither of us wanted a divorce. We knew we loved each other, and some aspects of our union were magical. That the structure of the life that we had established was strangling both of us. In Will, the fresh brain star acknowledges how he and Jada had gotten married too early. Jade and Will tried the North in their 20s and now in their 40s. Their unhealed inner children were choking the shout of each other and had to stop. Will writes that he and Jada knew they both had to work to do that had his face could not be together. Ultimately, he writes the painful awakening was to the reality and that we were two separate people on two independent individual journeys. We had simply chosen to walk this ocean together. We cried like crazy, hugged, and agreed to let each other go. So this is quite interesting Hollywood news. Now let's go to another one. Spider-Man No Way Home first official poster out showed Spidey battling Doctor Octopus, Sandman, Green Goblin, and Electro. Fans are already trying to scrutinize Spider-Man No Way Home's poster to glean all the hidden details. The Tom Holland's Terror releases on December 15th. The first official Spider-Man No Way Home poster is finally here. So it shows your friends that after the pandemic, finally, the Hollywood is opening and new nice franchise movies are coming out. It shows Spider-Man crouching on Debris as he probably dodges Doctor Octopus tentacles. The poster comes with multiple hidden details, challenging fans to uncover all the hints. Fans are already trying to scrutinize the poster to glean all the hidden details, and indeed we can spot Green Goblin in the distance way behind Spider-Man, looking tiny, standing on his goblin glider and apparently coming towards Spidey. Electro's lightning can also be spotted in the background, as well as Sadman's well sand. While Doctor Octopus and Electro were already confirmed to be in the movie trailer revealed that Green Goblin will play a part too. Nice. I like Spider-Man series a lot, so it's a good news that after the pandemic, Hollywood is turning around. So have you all got your vaccines and everything? And I would request you all to have your vaccine and get fully vaccinated. And you should also not only get the vaccine from pandemic vaccine, but you should also get flu vaccine. And I have everything completed. Having said, friends, now let me see what CDC has to say about pandemic. So there is a very interesting news from Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and COVID-19 vaccines for children and teens. Most children and all teens can get COVID-19 vaccines. CDC recommends everyone ages 5 and older get a COVID-19 vaccine to help protect against COVID-19. Vaccine authorized for children 4 years and under, none. Children 5 to 11 years old, Pfizer BioNTech. Teens 12 to 17 years old, Pfizer BioNTech. Everyone 18 years and older, Pfizer BioNTech, Moderna, Johnson and Johnson and Johnson. Widespread vaccination for COVID-19 is a critical tool to best protect everyone, especially those at highest risk. From severe illness and death, people who are fully vaccinated can safely resume many activities that they did prior to the pandemic. Children ages 5 years and older are able to get an age-appropriate dose of Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. Learn more about what you and your children or teen can do when fully vaccinated. So this was little bit about that, and if you want to go into it, go to the CDC page and see this. And now let's see what the FDA has to say. So there is a featured news on FDA webpage and it says FDA COVID-19 response. FDA is working with US government partners including CDC and international partners to address the pandemic. Combating the opioid crisis. So here it is, let's read that. Opioid medications. Prescription opioids are powerful pain reducing medications that include oxycodone, hydrocodone, and morphine. Among others, and have both benefits as well as potentially serious risks. However, too many Americans have been impacted by the serious harms associated with these medications, and despite ongoing efforts, the scope of the opioid crisis continues to grow. One of the highest priorities of the FDA is advancing efforts to address the crisis of misuse and abuse of opioid drugs harming families. Yeah, there are many families who have been harmed, and this is let me finish first. Opioids are claiming lives at a staggering rate, and overdoses from prescription opioids are reducing life expectancy in the United States. At FDA, we are working across the full scope of our regulatory obligations to impact this crisis. So, this is on FDA's page, and you can go and read this if you don't understand anything. And then there is the FDA's 2018 Strategic Policy Roadmap, which addresses various facets of this complex issue as there are no simple answers to reverse this pandemic. There is lot of opioid crisis going on right now. So, like if you read this, you should have a knowledge of it. And even like drugs are sold on TikTok and on other internet. Like I haven't heard like drugs are sold on Instagram and all, but some like there are reports that drugs are sold on TikTok channels. So having said that, friends, let's now move on and see what other things FDA has to say. Oh, so this is like it says I had also before also in my shows, on W4WN and K4HD radio and TV, I have talked about these are temporary henna tattoos safe because whenever I take henna now, I like to put henna on my hands, but whenever I put henna on my hands, I have a severe allergic response. And so to find this on FDA website, it's very interesting, and it is in the cosmetics section, and it says FDA has received reports of adverse reactions to some decal henna and black henna temporary tattoos. Here is the information about the safety of these products and how they are regulated. So you can read about it because many people in our community also, in our Indian and Western communities, they put henna, and so it's very important for them, and some businesses in our communities are running on henna in the Asian communities, so it is very important that they talk about it. So, having said that, friends, now I will end this broadcast and I will be coming sometime soon in future on these broadcasts. Cheers and bye bye.